Good morning. I think it's still morning. I am actually outside cooking, and as you can see, I got me 2 bricks and a pan out of the oven. When you see stoves on the side of the road, you should pull over, take the knobs, take out the element, and take these pans and any pots that are at the bottom. They come in real handy when you want to cook outside. You don't have to buy a barbecue grill, but you see down here I have the, that pan where you have the little drain dripper thing at the bottom, and I use that to let the ashes fall through to the other side. I have some, as you all know, I did that if you're homeless, the things that can help you when you're homeless. I have another series that I recorded. I haven't released because somebody is dabbling around in my videos, in my YouTube channels, moving videos. Videos just disappear. So I suppose these are people who have no content, and they'll steal my videos and then recreate them, give them their own spin, add some flashy little editing techniques, and, consider themselves great. I want to say to you, when you're trying to heal yourself, those little jars of minced onion in the store, that's about a serving. The reason a lot of people aren't seeing healing, and I'm going to just show you this. I'm going to eat an entire garlic pot, the whole thing. I wish I had some oil, some olive oil or butter or ghee, something, but I don't, so I'm going to just make the best of it. I put it over the fire. I'm peeling it now, but when you roast things, you definitely want to keep the hulls on. If I had a blender, I would blend it with the skin. Now this is it. And I just popped this in my mouth. It's hot. And you see the smoke coming. That's cooking. I have a bunch of cardboard. That's what I get my fire started with. See the cardboard over there? I roll it up, stick it in the fire, put the sticks underneath, and then I start. I'm out here cutting down palmetto leaves. And cutting down a bunch of these. I'm leaving some of them up because Easter is the 31st of March, and we use those for this little ritual I do to honor Jesus Christ. Well, I'm not going to stay on here long. I'm feeling like I don't have much energy, so I'm going to go in here and drink some baby food formula. Thank you, Anthony, for getting rid of all of my banana boxes with my pharmaceuticals. I had pharmaceuticals to last me a couple of years. Even if they're outdated, the percentage of potency does decrease, but it still works. And I'm big on supplementation. I'm big on taking vitamins and CoQ10 and omegas, and I'm missing all of my stuff. When I see it, when I used to see it in Publix, I would buy it because they have a pretty good deal on their little sales rack. It's better than the not the thrift store, the health food store, Publix. So for years I've been taking prenatal vitamins, and I still take prenatal vitamins, and I give prenatal vitamins to my girls if they ever get pregnant. They've been taking prenatal vitamins since they were 10 years old, so they should have enough nutrients in their body to support a baby and not end up with problems. I don't think there's too much more I want to say. If you are a positive person, continue to pray for my children and I. We put a little spill up on YouTube asking you all to buy us gift cards for Sprouts, Whole Foods, Aldi's, Bravo. So buy the gift cards, and my daughters and I are putting together a calendar of where we're going to be, where people can come and drop off gift cards to us. Money, we need money, and buy water. We're getting ready to start our water sales. In the wintertime, we usually sell the world's finest chocolate candy bars, and then when it starts getting hot, we sell water. And we sell soda. We used to sell soda. I wanted to stop selling soda because soda can be a dangerous product, especially if you drink a couple a day. It actually melts your bones. And it can also be used for medicinal purposes. If you have gas in your body and you can't get it out, you drink a pretty strong soda like a Coke, and that will bring the gas up. But you can also get a tablespoon of baking soda, put it in water, and bring the gas up. So I survived when I was working at Micon, a box making company out in Oldsmar on Commerce. Commerce and what is that? Racetrack Road. It's called Hood Containers now. Sometimes, at that time, we had to be there at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And then we got off at 3 p.m. So from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m., I drank a lot of sodas. And at Amalie Oil, I would drink 2 to 4 sodas a day sometimes, just to make it through. Yeah, I'm sitting outside. The phone police is summoning me, so. And that soda will get you a nice fat belly and a nice fat back real quick. You can always knock it back with some aloe leaves. But I have been really working hard to stay away from the soda. I've been doing pretty good too. Me drinking the baby formula in milk and sweetening it with sugar has provided me some nutrients. I mean, you have to drink a lot of baby formula as a grown person to really get nutritional value out of it. But that kind of stuff comes through flea markets and pantries real easy. You know, nobody wants the baby milk. If they don't have a baby, they don't want the baby milk. And God said, drink this nasty shit and heal your body, heal your gut. So I was eating baby food and drinking infant formula. I'm looking today to go to a pantry, and hopefully they will have a lot of some kind of vegetable I can push through my juicer. I just go to the laundromat. A lot of laundromats have plugs, and I can plug up and juice me a gallon of some kind of juice and clean up my juicer and come on back. When we went to Metropolitan Ministries, thank you, Metropolitan Ministries, for the food you gave us. They gave us a bag of apples, but that doesn't really last long with 3 people. That's about 2 to 3 apples each. And when I'm juicing, I like to drink at least 32 ounces of straight up apple juice. So I used to get big boxes of apples and pears and things that were overstock or they couldn't get rid of at San Juan, but they don't do that anymore. So I'm going to have to find me another watering hole. So hold on, let me get this stick in here. I have to manage this, get it up under there. This summer, I want to go visit the Amish. I think that's in Utah, or maybe I I know when I was going to go to the farm in Tennessee and give birth to the twins. Was I pregnant with the twins? No. That was Angola. I was pregnant with Angola because Clarence Joseph Washington Jr., my sensei, was going to drive me, so that he was living with us way back then. That was 2000 and she was born in February, so that was the end of 2006, because I gave birth to her February 25th, 2007, in the bathroom at 6010 North 32nd Street. Yeah, Letitia came to the corner. I was selling paper up on Sly Avenue and Rowlett Drive, right in front of Charlie's Market, and my water broke. So I said, take me to, can you give me a ride up to 7-Eleven? That was on 22nd and Sly. It's still there, right? Yep. And I confirmed that my plug was gone and my water was broke. I said, good, I'm going to go back up here and sell the rest of my papers, and by that time I can just go home and give birth. So when East and West called, I said, hey, I'm in labor. Y'all need to come back. And he said, oh, no, I got to go do something. And they kept on driving. They never even came back. So I'm really kind of grateful for that, because when you're by yourself, it forces you to pull up everything in you, out of you. It forces you to have ridiculous faith in God. You know, like you pray profusely. You're like, God, I don't want to die. I don't want my baby to die. I need everything to be good. And I had done the things in Ina Gaskin's book to make sure that everything was okay. The midwife in Lakeland said she was okay and all was well. I didn't know she was a she yet. And I went home. I said, I gave Letitia the money. I said, can you pay Alfred for my papers? I don't feel well. I'm going to lay down and go to sleep, because normally Letitia would come in, sit down, I would cook, and we would just talk and hang out. Maybe she'd spend the night, maybe she wouldn't. And I went in the bathroom, and a contraction hit me that was so excruciatingly painful. It caused me to decide not to stand up, because when the pain hit me, my knees got weak. I was like, oh! So I was standing at the sink holding on to the counter, thinking I would just give birth there. Then I sat on the toilet, and I said, I don't think that's enough room. What if the baby falls into the toilet? So I stood in the bathtub, and that wasn't comfortable either. So I got out of the bathtub and stood back up against the sink, raised one leg on the toilet, and that was to kind of give me more leverage. And the next contraction hit me really hard, and I pushed. I hadn't dilated enough to be pushing, because Angola has shoulders like a linebacker, just like her daddy almost. Her head came out, and she was just, eh, eh, eh. I said, didn't I tell you to be quiet? We were going to go in the room and play like I was sick and, figure out what we were going to do, because I didn't plan to give birth in Hillsborough County ever again after they stole the twins from me in the legal process. The twins were born at Morton Plant Mease Hospital, Clearwater Beach, but when Scott Crawford, may karma be whooping your ass, Scott, transferred my case from Pinellas County to Hillsborough County against my will. He faked like he was my friend and he was supporting me. I said, I want my case to stay in Pinellas County. So he said, well, what can I do to help you? A very soft voice, like he gave a damn. And the Negro was just trying to get the information. He was trying to get my strategy so that he could kill it. So when I told him I wanted to stay in Pinellas County, my mom was paying for me to stay at a hotel down the street so that I could go to the hospital and, breastfeed a Moon and a Set, who were baby boy Atkins and baby girl Atkins, baby boy A and baby girl B. Is that how they had it? And I want you to know he transferred my case file over to Hillsborough County. And because I was an activist and I had talked truthfully, exposing the negative things that were happening here in Hillsborough County, I knew they were gunning for me. And I did not want them to medically murder me and my children. So I knew I wasn't going to give birth in Hillsborough County after they dropped me from the midwife hospital program over at Tampa General. They didn't want me to keep my placentas. I suppose that's why they dropped me, because that's what I was going to do. I said, I want to keep my placentas. What do I need to do that? So my midwife, Carla, at Tampa General Hospital said, you need to make an appointment and go in to sign the waivers. And when I got there, they had no paperwork for me to sign. And then they sent me a letter saying, we have to drop you because you're high risk. My blood pressure was elevated and my feet were swelling, so I had a little edema. And with a twin pregnancy, that's considered high risk. A twin pregnancy is considered high risk even if you're healthy. And I was eating very salty cabbage and very salty potato chips all the time. I would put a lot of salt on them. It tasted good. Being stupid caused my own problem. So back to the bathroom with the second push. The second push, her body was coming out of me, and I just kept praying, please, God, don't let me drop my baby. Please, God, don't let me drop my baby. I caught her, brought her up to me and looked at her, looked in between her legs, saw it was a her, and I was like, hi, how are you? So I grabbed the towel, put her in it, did the Ava'sCar scoring, and sat down on the side of the tub, talking to her, welcoming her into the world, put her to my breast so that she could start breastfeeding, and I just sat there and waited for the placenta to be born. And seems like that took about an hour. I went into the kitchen and got a strainer to put the placenta in because I was doing lotus birth. You leave the placenta attached and you wait until it dries and separates from the baby. You don't clamp it and cut it. So I put salt. I put salt on Angolas. So in 3 days it separated. I didn't put salt on Abby's, and it was still 10 days and it hadn't separated, and it was starting to smell like rotting meat. So I put a bunch of salt all over it with some lavender, and then it separated. So the salt travels through all of that placenta and it will dry it up and separate it, close it off real nice. And so the inconvenient part is you have to carry the baby plus the strainer, the colander, with the placenta in it. Some people put their placentas in the bags. You can go online and they make these bags to put the placentas in, and then they have a bunch of herbs. But the big deal is the salt. If you want that placenta to separate, you put the salt on it. I need to check this meat and see what's going on with it. But I'm really done talking. I've been feeling like reminiscing a lot lately.